That broken hand and notes fall out of rhythm. A trembling echo tangled in my chest. I try to sleep, but waking feels like gravity pulling me away from any rest. The trembling drone hums low beneath the silence, a quiet weight that holds me through the night. I open eyes already feeling empty, too drained to even seek the morning light. I used to dream of better days, but dreams don't come in heavy haze, and every sunrise feels the same, a tired breath without a name. I wake up already tired of life, already losing every fight, already aching deep inside, already drowning in my mind. I wake up already tired of life, a fading flame too weak to light, and though I try to carry on, my strength is almost gone. The rain static noise creeps slowly through the shadows, a quiet hiss that numbs my broken thoughts. I wanna care, but caring feels impossible when everything feels empty all at once. Reverse paths breathe like memories collapsing, a fade inside dissolving in my spine. I try to tell myself I'm still worth saving, but even hope feels harder to that drips like half-remembered feelings, a quiet ache that barely forms a sound. I move through life like someone underwater, too far away to feel the world around. The hollow pads expand like empty breathing, a cold reminder sinking through my spine. I watch the days repeat their quiet cycle, but nothing feels like it belongs to mine. I speak but no one hears the truth, the tired heart behind my youth. And though I try to understand, I'm losing touch with who I am. I'm alive but I don't feel like I am. My body moves but I'm just sand, falling through the smallest cracks between the things I can't get back. I'm alive but I don't feel like I am. A fading breath, a hollow frame. I see the world but through a screen, too far to touch, too far to like someone knocking softly on doors inside a house that's lost its glow. I answer back but echo only answers, a lonely voice with nowhere left to go. The dusty lo-fi noise crawls through the silence, a broken static rolling in my chest. I wanna feel a spark of something someday, but all I feel is quiet lit distress. I watch myself detach again from hurt, from hope, from now, from then. And though I walk, I barely stand, a stranger in my own two hands. I'm alive, but I don't feel like I am. My body moves, but I'm just sand, falling through the smallest cracks between the things I can't get back. I'm alive, but I don't feel like I am. A fading breath, a hollow frame. I see the world but through a screen, too far to touch, too far to me. I try to feel but nothing stays. I drift through towns like endless haze, and though I'm here I'm far inside, a quiet place where feelings hide. I wonder if I'll ever be the same soft heart I used to see. I'm alive but I don't feel like I am. A fading voice without a plan. I breathe each day with borrowed air, too tired now to even care. I'm alive but I don't feel like I am. A ghost wrapped in a human span, still hoping someday I'll return to who I was before the burn. seems like fate and memory. A hollow note dissolving in my chest. I try to speak, but every word feels empty, like something lost that never found its rest. The reverse paths drift softly through my ribcage. A quiet sigh collapsing in the gloom. I reach for warmth, but all I find is numbness inside a heart that barely makes a room. I used to fight, I used to feel, but nothing now seems close to real. And every day I try to rise, but fall beneath unseeing eyes. There's nothing left inside me anymore. No sparks to fight, no strength to store, no voice to call, no breath to cry, just empty space where I survive. There's nothing left inside me anymore. No open doors, no inner core. I'm just a shell of what I was, a quiet ache without a cause. The cello moans like sorrow in the distance, a trembling sadness brushing past my skin. I try to care, but caring feels impossible when everything feels hollow deep within. The crackling noise floats gently like cold ashes, a quiet ruin settling in my bones. I look for hope, but hope can't find its way here, in empty rooms where light is never shown. I whisper prayers to silent air, but silence never answers there. And though I try to look inside, there's nothing left I haven't cried. There's nothing left inside me anymore. No sparks to fight, no strength to store, no voice to call, no breath to cry, just empty space where I survive. There's nothing left inside me anymore. No open doors, no inner core. I'm just a shell of what I was, a quiet ache without a cause. I lost the parts that made me whole, the tender glow inside my soul. And now I drift through every day, a ghost that life just passes by. I miss the fire I used to keep, but all that's left is cold and deep. There's nothing left inside me anymore, a fading sound of something sore. I wanna rise, but I just lie, too tired now to even try. There's nothing left inside me anymore, just quiet breaths behind a door. And in the dark when no one sees, I grieve the parts I'll never be. broken piano echoes in the distance, a fragile sound too tired to survive. I breathe in slow, as if it might remind me of days when I still felt alive. The synth pads fall like pieces of my sanity, a fading warmth dissolving into cold. I try to hold the parts of me together, but every day it's harder to be bold. I whisper words that sound like strength, but they don't last a moment's length. And though I say I'll be okay, I lose more pieces every day. I'm holding on but barely holding me, a fragile heart that no one sees, a quiet plea I never speak, a tired soul that's growing weak. I'm holding on but barely holding me, a fading light I can't set free. And though I try with trembling hands, I'll break your lines no one understands. The heartbeat thuds like distant muted thunder, a lonely rhythm trying to persist. I wanna scream, but screams become a whisper, a quiet truth I barely can admit. Textures crawl along my shoulder, a static shiver haunting every breath. I paint a smile to make the world stop asking, but inside I'm inching toward my death. Nights and empty days, and though I walk, I barely stand. My grip is slipping, grain by sand. I'm holding on but barely holding me, a fragile heart that no one sees, a quiet plea I never speak, a tired soul that's growing weak. I'm holding on but barely holding me, fading light I can't set free. And though I try with trembling hands, I break at lines no one understands. I'm scared to fall, I'm scared to stay, I'm scared of losing all the way. I'm scared of nights that never end, I'm scared of breaking once again. And though I cling to what I've been, I barely feel alive within. I'm holding on but barely holding me, I whisper hope so quietly, I pray for strength I used to keep, but now it slips into the deep. I'm holding on but barely holding me, a fading voice in misery. If someone hears this whispered plea, please hold the part I cannot be. looks like something dying slowly. A fragile note collapsing in my chest. I stand in crowds but feel like I'm not present. A faded shape that no one can address. The rain is drifts like static on a heartbeat. A quiet blur dissolving who I am. I try to speak but every word feels weightless. A silent echo, no one gives a damn. I watch the world move on without the parts of me I scream about. And though I try to stay inside, I feel myself begin to hide. I feel like I'm fading out of everyone's life, like shadows walking without light, like someone lost behind a door who doesn't reach their name no more. I feel like I'm fading out of everyone's life, a quiet ache cut with a knife. I reach for hands but none reach mine. I'm slipping from the storyline. The reverse breath loops softly in the distance. A ghost repeating words I couldn't say. I used to fight to stay inside the moment, but now I fade a little more each day. Fragile how nights tremble in the silence. A glass-like shimmer breaking on my skin. I try to hold the parts of me together, but losing me is where I now begin. I whisper truths no one can hear. I swallow pain, I hide the fear. And though I try to stand my ground, the world forgets I'm still around. I feel like I'm fading out of everyone's life, like shadows walking without light, like someone lost behind a door who doesn't reach their name no more. I feel like I'm fading out of everyone's life, a quiet ache cut with a knife. I reach for hands but none reach mine. I'm slipping from their storyline. Maybe I'm too soft to stay, too quiet for world today. Maybe I drift too far inside where broken parts try not to cry. And though I beg to still belong, the days grow weak, the nights grow long. I feel like I'm fading out of everyone's life, a lonely truth sharp as a knife. I hope one day someone will see the fading voice inside of me. I felt piano falls like raindrops in an empty room. A quiet grief soft settling in my bones. I wear a smile that never matches how I'm feeling. A fragile shield to face the world alone. The cold pad hums like winter inside my breathing. A frozen ache I never learned to share. I laugh at jokes like everything is normal, but inside I'm sinking deeper in despair. I'm tired of hiding every tear, afraid someone will see too near the truth I keep behind my face, the broken parts time can't erase. I smile so no one sees me breaking, no one hears the pain I'm faking. I hold the world with shaking hands while quietly my heart disbands. I smile so no one sees me breaking, but underneath my bones are aching. And though I seem like I'm alright, I'm barely holding on tonight. The tremblings of bass pulses under ribcage, a heavy reminder I'm not really fine. I say I'm good because it stops the questions, but every word is just another lie. The river strings rise softly like collapsing hope, a backward dream replaying in my mind. I wanna scream the truth of how I'm hurting, but silence is safer every time. I tell myself to stay composed, to hide the wounds I never close, because if they saw what's real in me, they'd run from my fragility. I smile so no one sees me breaking, no one hears the pain I'm faking. I hold the world with shaking hands while quietly my heart disbands. I smile so no one sees me breaking, but underneath my bones are aching. And though I seem like I'm alright, I'm barely holding on tonight. I wish someone could read my eyes and see the truth beneath the lies. The tired soul I can't defend, the nights I break I can't amend, but smiling feels like less to bear than letting someone truly care. I smile so no one sees me breaking, a quiet ache of my own making. I fall apart in gentle ways, in empty rooms on quieter days. I smile so no one sees me breaking, but every breath feels suffocating. And though I shine for one more day, inside I'm slowly fading away. Hollow piano echoes through my silence, a distant sound that's slipping out of tune. I used to know the softness in my heartbeat, but now it feels like something dying soon. The ambient pads blur softly at the edges, a fading world dissolving far from sight. I try to hold the pieces of my meaning, but every thought just sinks into the night. I feel detached from who I was, from what I loved, from what I does. And though I search my memory, I find no trace of who was me. I don't know who I am anymore. My heart is lost behind the door. My mind is drifting out of frame, a stranger with my face and name. I don't know who I am anymore, a ghost of who I was before. I try to speak but nothing stays. I'm slipping through my own lost ways. The heartbeat thumps like someone else's rhythm, a borrowed pulse that never feels like mine. I walk the world as if I'm only watching a distant life. I'm failing to align. Breath, noise, textures crackle in the darkness, a quiet static haunting every sigh. I try to feel the way I used to feel things, but every try becomes another why. I gaze in mirrors trying to see the person I used to be, but all I find is empty space, a fading glow, a vanished face. I don't know who I am anymore. My heart is lost behind a door. My mind is drifting out of frame, a stranger with my face and name. I don't know who I am anymore, a ghost of who I was before. I try to speak but nothing stays. I'm slipping through my own lost ways. Maybe I'm meant to fall apart, to lose the place I called my heart. Maybe the me I used to know is gone, somewhere I cannot go. I cry but tears refuse to come, a numbness builds I can't outrun. I don't know who I am anymore, a fading echo I ignore. I breathe, I move, but not the same. I barely answer to my name. I don't know who I am anymore, a hollow truth I can't restore. a trembling note that aches beneath my skin. I wake each day already tired of trying to warn a star too fragile to begin. The low sub-drone hums like failing heartbeat, a heavy pulse I barely even feel. I wear a smile so no one sees me breaking, but every day is getting less real. I hide behind the lines I say, I'm fine, I'm good, I'm okay, but every word feels paper thin, a mask I'm cracking from within. I don't have the strength to keep pretending. My breaking point is never ending. I hold myself with shaking hands while falling through these sinking sands. I don't have the strength to keep pretending. This pain is livable or mending. I'm losing parts I used to know, too weak to stay, too scared to go. The broken strings rise softly like collapsing hope, a trembling swell dissolving into air. I used to dream of lighter days and healing, but now those dreams are too far to repair. The icy vocal doubles whisper through my chest, a fading echo stolen from my past. I tell myself that maybe I'll feel better, but every day feels harder than the last. I try to hold my fragile ground, but hear the cracks in every sound. And though I speak, I never say the truth behind my quiet okay. I don't have the strength to keep pretending. My breaking point is never ending. I hold myself with shaking hands while falling through these sinking sands. I don't have the strength to keep pretending. This pain is livable or mending. I'm losing parts I used to know, too weak to stay, too scared to go. I'm tired of lying just to live, of giving more than I can give, of wearing faces that aren't mine, of saying yes when I decline. I'm tired of acting like I'm whole when cracks run deep inside my soul. I don't have the strength to keep pretending. My inner war is never ending. I need to rest, I need to feel, but nothing lately feels quite real. I don't have the strength to keep pretending. I'm reaching out, I'm bending. I whisper faintly, no more lies, but even truth feels tired in sorrow, a fading sound collapsing in my chest. I try to speak, but words dissolve to silence. Too heavy now to form or to express. The trembling drones crawl slowly through my ribcage, a quiet ache that settles into bone. I wake each day already feeling broken, too tired to breathe, too overwhelmed to own. I push myself through empty days, but even hope feels miles away. I lie awake, too numb to cry, just wondering how long I'll try. I'm too exhausted to keep living like this, too drained for joy, too weak for bliss, too tired to fight, too numb to care, too lost to rise from my despair. I'm too exhausted to keep living like this. My body aches, my thoughts dismiss. I wanna stop, but still persist. The fragile heart caught in a twist. The river's breathing floats like distant morning, a ghost of who I used to try to be. I stare at walls like they can give me answers, but answers fade, as empty as the sea. Metallic echoes ring like quiet warnings, a hollow chime that trembles through the air. I wanna rest for longer than a moment, but peace is something never truly there. I hold myself in tired hands, trying hard to understand why every day feels like a climb against the weight of stolen time. I'm too exhausted to keep living like this, too drained for joy, too weak for bliss, too tired to fight, too numb to care, too lost to rise from my despair. I'm too exhausted to keep living like this. My body aches, my thoughts dismiss. I wanna stop, but still persist. The fragile heart caught in a twist. I'm tired of nights that never end, of breaking pieces I can't mend, of wearing masks that hide the truth, of losing more than in my youth. I'm tired of holding so much pain and waking just to feel again. I'm too exhausted to keep living like this, a quiet plea inside the mist. I whisper strength I can't attain. I breathe, but breathing feels like pain. I'm too exhausted to keep living like this, but somehow still I coexist between the dark and morning's kiss. Too tired to stay, too weak to resist. Frozen piano echoes in the silence, a brittle sound that trembles in my chest. I try to hold myself inside the moment, but every thought feels colder than the rest. The icy paths drift softly like a warning, a distant chill that settles in my mind. I keep on moving like I'm still connected, but deep within I'm slowly left behind. I watch myself from far away, as if I'm fading day by day. And though I breathe, I'm not the same. A shadow with a borrowed name. It feels like I'm slowly slipping away a little more with every day. A piece of me just falls apart, a quiet ache inside my heart. It feels like I'm slowly slipping away. No light to guide, no voice to stay. I try to hold what's left of me, but slipping feels like destiny. The heartbeat pulses muffled in the darkness, a distant thud too weakened to be strong. I used to fight the emptiness inside me, but now the fight has lasted far too long. The reverse glass text just shivers softly, a ghost-like echo trembling in my bones. I try to speak, but words dissolve to nothing. The silent truth I carry on my own. I'm losing track of who I am, of what I feel, of where I stand. And though I try to stay alive, I barely feel myself survive. It feels like I'm slowly slipping away a little more with every day. A piece of me just falls apart, a quiet ache inside my heart. It feels like I'm slowly slipping away. No light to guide, no voice to stay. I try to hold what's left of me, but slipping feels like destiny. I cry without a single feels like I'm slowly slipping away. I lose another thought today. I wanna stay inside the light, but darkness wins most every night. It feels like I'm slowly slipping away, and though I breathe, I can't convey how much it hurts to drift this way. Too numb to live, too weak to stay. The ambient pale glows like dying embers, a fading spark dissolving into grey. I lie awake, unsure of what I'm feeling, but emptiness is all that comes to stay. The cauldron melts beneath my hollow breathing, a distant hum that barely keeps me here. I try to cry, but even tears feel absent, a muted ache beyond the reach of fear. I used to hurt in sharper ways, but even pain has lost its place, and now I drift in muted space, too numb to feel, too tired to chase. I don't feel anything, not even the pain now. No breaking waves, no shattering sound, no trembling heart, no aching burn, just empty air at every turn. I don't feel anything, not even the pain now. A quiet truth I can't disavow. I disappear inside the ache of vacant soul. I can't remake. The crying textures fall like distant memories, a faint reminder of the heart I had. I try to touch the sadness I once carried, but even grief feels strangely underfed. Reverse, reverb, vocals swirl like empty shadows, a haunting echo slipping out of tune. I speak my name, but even that feels foreign, a quiet sound too hollow to resume. I lost the fire, I lost the tear, I lost what kept my feelings here. And though I breathe, I can't deny a piece of me has said goodbye. I don't feel anything, not even the pain now. No breaking waves, no shattering sound, no trembling heart, no aching burn, just empty air at every turn. I don't feel anything, not even the pain now. A quiet truth I can't disavow. I disappear inside the ache of vacant soul.